just make me stronger and make me tough. It's motivation.
It's that Fire Morning Show. It's Allie Fiya in the building. We got some good music going. We about to start this interview though. So, you know, T.I., we was on our job. You on yours now. Thank you so much for introducing us. How you doing, girl? How you doing? Who are we here with today?
Hello, this is Brendetta Scott.
Cause baby, I had said I got a best friend. Her name is Brunetta, spelled just like yours with the N, right? And I was like Brunetta, and I said no, it's Brendetta, because I got to make sure I say it right.
That's
Brendetta
right.
Scott. How you doing, girl?
Oh, great, doing great. Glad
Oh my
to be
God,
here.
let me put you in the picture. Them people need to see who you is, and my mouse is acting silly. You know, it's that Fire Morning Show. It's Allie Fiya. We are definitely in the building. We are here on the great famous 2234 in Missouri City, Texas. What you running for, love?
I am running for judge of the 268th Judicial District Court. That's a court right here in Fort Bend County covering civil and criminal cases.
Hey, hold on. Y'all might have to come on up here and talk or call in, because I have found that I have made so many new acquaintances, friends, rubbing elbows with people I never thought you know what I'm saying? It was always, hey, let's not interact because they are them and we are us, and what we do don't matter, and if we vote or not, it don't matter. But I've come into contact with some beautiful people who are in office who I never thought I would come into contact with, and you are one of them. Can you please explain like why it is important to vote and what your mission is?
Oh, absolutely. It is imperative that we exercise our civic responsibilities in voting. That is an opportunity for you to have a say-so on who you want to represent you in these political offices.
Yeah.
And every vote matters. Every vote counts, because if people feel like, oh, my vote doesn't count, it doesn't really matter, it does, because they count the votes to determine who wins the election. And you want to be educated and be involved so you have a say-so in making sure you get the right person in that position to do the job properly, respecting the community, having discipline, making sure that the job is done right. So
hey, that was a mouthful, because these people really believe that if they vote, it won't get counted, there will be fraud involved or whatever. They have fear. That's what's stopping them. Fear of not being important enough, and they don't know they are a gem. They are very valuable. What made you run for judge?
Well, you know, after practicing for nearly 30 years.
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
girl,
yeah.
stop lying. Them people don't believe you. Them people do not believe you. You look too, like, 30 years under your belt. That means that, okay, we ain't going to go there. But listen, girl, tell them what made you run.
Oh, yeah. So like I said, after practicing for nearly 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
I am also a law professor at Thurgood Marshall School of Law. I've been teaching there for nearly 10 years.
What?
Teaching
My children go to Thurgood Marshall High School, and that's important to me too.
It's important.
It's the next step.
There.
Yay, it's the next step.
It's the next step.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, education is so important. So after practicing and teaching, and I'm also an independent hearing examiner, and that includes me sitting as a judge, which is quasi-judicial, where I listen to disputes between the school district as well as the teachers, or the teachers and the students, and then help make a recommendation as far as ruling on objections and things of that nature. And then I write a recommendation to the commissioners of the Texas Education Agency. And after having done all of that, being in the courtrooms, seeing what happens, or, you know, practicing and making sure that my clients are properly represented,
Mm-hmm.
they also need to see that someone is sitting on that seat that has their best interests at heart, and making sure that the law is properly applied to them, and fairly and respectfully. And after practicing, and you look around and you see all these different things and you hear all these different things, but the question then becomes, who is going to go fix it? Who's going to be the person to stand up and say, I'll do it, I'll go? And I've decided to make that, you know, to be the person to go. This court needs to have the backlog cleared. That's first. We are entitled to not only swift but fair justice.
Yes.
You know, having that situation hanging over your head, not knowing what are the end results. You're paying attorneys
3 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to get the swift justice.
Wow.
So I am the one to do that. Like I said, efficiency, making sure that there's transparency, making sure that people know that when they come before a court where I sit, they will definitely get a fair shake.
So right to speedy trial.
That's right.
Really matters in your courtroom.
It does.
Oh wow. So it matters that most people don't even know about that side. That, hey, I know that they be prolonged in some time, but
Right.
that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
We are here to make sure you get, because we don't want to have you up here that long anyway. You know what I'm saying? I just was saying. So I done switched to the wrong camera. We've been out here, and I've noticed for the last election, there's a lot going on.
Oh, yes.
Who are you up against?
Well, I do have a primary opponent,
Mhm.
and that's in the Democratic race.
Mhm.
And then once I get past that with the community support, like getting out to vote, then I will have an opponent in the general election, which is in November.
Mhm.
And so what happens there is, everybody comes out to vote in that
Mhm.
particular general election and make a decision about who they want to sit in that seat. So it's a two-step process.
Mhm.
One, getting past the primary,
Mhm.
and then going on to get past the general election, which is in
Mhm.
November.
Okay. So I love this because it's so interesting. I'm a knowledge-based person. When's your birthday? I ask everybody their birthday for
March
this.
12th.
Girl, you's a Pisces.
Yes, I am.
When I say diligent and determined, you can't tell me nothing because I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna do it right.
That's right.
Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna make money in the
right.
process because I like to save. Oh, they don't know you like to save your money. Oh, okay. I just had to put your business out there. She got a little stack. Don't worry about it. She's stashed up because y'all be out and y'all very creative. So
yes.
you make it look good. Not only are you doing what you do, you make it look good.
That's the important thing to do, to make sure that I'm out here representing the people how they want to be represented. I'm in the community, I'm asking the questions. And what I found, there's a lack of trust when it comes to the judicial system. I want to be the one to put that trust back into the community, knowing that, okay, I can trust that she's going to make a fair decision. She's going to treat me respectfully. She's going to individualize each and every case. Now, some cases may take a little more time than others because they may be a little more complicated.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you know that you would have gotten a fair shake in my court.
Did I mention passionate? Because y'all emotions be involved. I mean, y'all be deep
Oh, yeah.
into it. Like, I love the people I mess with. I interact with these people. They are my family. Like,
Right.
and that's the way, and I like that for you. Because wow. Wow. So what are some things we need to know?
Oh, yes. So early voting is coming up. Early
When?
voting is February 17th. So
You're
if
gonna come back and make sure everybody know, right? You're gonna come give us a quick brief reminder. Hey, y'all, this is me. I'm letting y'all know that come out and vote.
I'm back.
Okay,
And
all right.
here's the time. So what you need to make sure you do, if you are not registered to vote, February 2nd is the last day to get registered to vote.
Mhm.
Once that's done, then you look forward to the early voting. Early voting is February 17th through February 27th. And
If
then
you don't vote within register within 30 days of it, though, they won't allow you to. So y'all, please get registered. If you can't vote this time on the actual person, the candidate, but you can vote on, what is it, propositions and different things like that they have on the
but
board.
being mindful of when the elections are coming up. I get a lot of questions about, well, I thought I just voted. Is there another election
Yeah.
coming up? So that's important to know what elections are coming up
Yeah.
and how you can participate by being educated on who's on the ballot.
Where can you find that information?
Oh, certainly you can go to my website. My
Oh,
website's
you
there.
got it out. He's like, you ain't got to go over that to them people. I got you.
Absolutely. The information's on my website. I've been putting out information so that people will know. You can go to my Facebook page. I'm putting information out there. Certainly, if you have questions, you can reach out to me, ask me questions that may be helpful to making sure we understand what we need and moving forward. So the information about when the dates are, and then the election day, primary election day is March 3rd. But please do not wait until that day.
I'm gonna go early, girl.
It could be cold.
Mhm.
Anything can happen.
The lines be long.
Exactly. So get it out of the way between February the
17th
and the 27th.
And we have to be registered by the 2nd.
That's right.
Please, y'all. And thank you. And I want to make sure that you give a shout out to Thurgood Marshall and the surrounding high schools and tell them they got 18-year-olds in there. Can you speak to them directly?
Oh, yes.
Right now.
Directly to my 18-year-olds, please get out to vote. You need to get registered. We can get people to make sure that happens for you. And then get educated about who is involved in these particular elections. Be involved, because the local government is what touches you first. You are more likely to see me before you go on to see someone on a federal level.
Mhm.
So make sure that you get involved, get out and volunteer. If you want to volunteer for me, I am happy to, have your support. But yes, get registered to early vote, and then get out and vote early between February 17th and February 27th.
So I want to make a promise to y'all on Brendetta Scott's candidate. She gonna come see y'all.
Oh
She gonna
yes.
come to the school. She gonna come to Thurgood Marshall, and she gonna say hi. She might bring y'all some snacks.
Yep. I'm
I'm gonna
happy
make
to do
sure
that.
I send her to the AP classes. I want to make sure Mr. Smith see her. You know, I want to make sure Miss Robinson see him. I want to make sure all of my favorites in the, and I can't tell the people who my favorites. I want to make sure that y'all get in touch with
Oh yes.
Miss Blaylock and the different people because our students need to
Love
see
her.
you. You love her.
Love
She's
her.
I love
Love
her.
her. She's
I
my
love.
soror,
Oh,
first of all.
come on, what she is?
Yes, she's my soror, first of all.
Okay, that's your sister. She like how long, sis? So,
Yes.
who's some of your favorites by name?
Oh wow! So of course you got Miss Blaylock.
Yay!
Yeah, yeah, that's first and foremost. And we got the principal over there,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Stephanie Brown, who looks
Yes.
over the PTO. I'm
Yes.
involved in that. And like I said, I have a son who's there. He plays football. He also runs track. He's number 3 in the
Wow.
district for the
She
100
like put
meter
on for my
dash.
baby real quick. Let
Yes,
me shout
and so
my
I
baby out.
love Marshall. I've been there
Dr.
to spend.
Waters, is it?
Well, you know, she ended up retiring.
When?
Yes, I think it was last year. She's also my soror.
Wow. See, and I mean, that's
Yes,
some of my faves because they take care of the
yes,
babies and they will
they
call the
do.
parents directly. They don't play about the
Absolutely.
babies and the babies don't
Absolutely.
play with them.
That's true.
So last time I didn't mention a few, so I just wanted to make sure I said it out my mouth because they was looking at me like this, even though they're happy. We just want to make sure we shout y'all out. That is a
That's
wonderful
right.
school.
It is.
We had some issues in the past with Marshall with some of the things you deal with. There was a complaint about the construction
Oh,
that was going on in the daytime while they were doing, and guess what? The district handled it beautifully.
right. And they're
They,
expanding. You
th-
know, they've got this new building that they're attaching to on the backside of the
yay! Is
cafeteria.
it about an auditorium or
Um,
what is it
it
for?
is. It is. So from what I understand, I think that's going to be their the arts division that
For
they're
band and
developing.
all them
And I think so. I'm not
theater.
quite sure, but
Me
I'm
neither.
excited about it. They're coming along with it. The
Yeah,
construction and everything is looking amazing.
I'm
So
glad we
they're
like our
nearly done
school.
with it. At least that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and if Stafford want to come say hi to us and
Happy to see
Willowbrook,
them.
is it Willow
Absolutely.
Ridge?
Willow Ridge.
Hey,
Yes.
and who else they got? All these surrounding schools. We
Got
invite you,
Dulles. Yeah, yes.
Dulles. We invite you to come up here and come sit with us and talk to us about what's going on in the schools, good and bad.
That's
If
right.
you want to give a shout out or if you just want to give a concern, we are here for you at Mo City Radio.
Right.
Back to it.
Absolutely. So, I mean, again, information that you need, please visit my website. It's Brendetta Scott 4, and it's the number 4, judge, .com. So please go to my website, go to my Facebook page. It's Brendetta Anthony Scott or Brendetta Scott for Judge. There's information there. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. So please look for the information, get out, do something, be involved, but most importantly, please go vote and vote early.
Are you approachable?
Absolutely. That's where accountability comes in. It's
Okay.
not what you say, it's how you say it.
Okay.
And the community needs to know that they have access to the courts. And hello, that's me. Now, I can't say, oh, I'm
Available all the
do you a
time.
favor and
Yeah.
I'm going to do
Oh,
this or
come on now.
that for you.
You know how our people is though. They might call up there. Just she said I could call you, my grandbaby. My
see-
grandbaby had got into some stuff the other day, and I need your help real quick. But I want them to know that you're a person that, yeah, if you leave me a message, if you see me outside, you can say hi. If you
Please
want to,
do.
if
Please
I'm
do.
gonna be your judge, you need to know me,
That's right.
and it should be that way.
It should.
You know, I know we got a lot of people out here and stuff, but it should be like, hey, how you doing when they
Right.
see you? Or
That's
hey,
right.
y'all better stop acting like that. The judge right there.
But I mean, that connection has to be there because people really need to know that I'm a genuine and authentic person. They need to
Aw.
know who they are desiring to put in office and for whom they're going to vote. They need to know that. And I'm out in the community. I make myself as available as possible so that I can interact with the community, so that I can
Oh,
be the
I see
public
you
servant.
everywhere.
And that's what I mean. That's my desire, to be everywhere,
Yeah.
letting people know that I am out here.
Events,
I'm
everything.
for right.
Yeah.
I'm for the community. I want to make sure that you know who I am, and if there are any concerns you have, then please, by all means, let me know so that I can figure out if there's some kind of way we can work together to get it resolved. A lot of people do not know attorneys, or they simply cannot afford attorneys.
Yeah.
So the resources are available for, people who may need an attorney on an income-based type of program. There are attorneys for that. There are some attorneys who are willing to handle cases on what we call pro bono
Yeah.
for free. So
Yeah.
that information is available. I'm happy to provide that information. I want to do those types of things in this particular court, and helping to clear out the backlog, making sure that it's an efficient, fair process, utilizing all types of technology that's going to be helpful, and making sure that the docket is properly maintained. We need that. We need to make sure that there's accessibility, there's
Yeah.
accountability,
Yeah.
and certainly we need to have the transparency and the respect in this particular court. And I'm asking for your vote. Get out, vote Brendetta Scott. Brendetta
Yes.
Scott. Brendetta Scott.
Say it again, girl. She said it like she's like,
Brendetta
make sure I put it. I'm doing
That's right.
psychological warfare here. Hold on. I'm going to put it into your memory.
I need them to remember.
What's something that people, what's a service that you provide that most people don't know that you provide? Like, is there something that you do that most people don't even think the judge comes into contact with, or, whatever it is?
Well, for one, I am, I practice law. That's one thing. And most for this position, you have to practice law. But I try my best to help people. If you need a resource, if you have a situation, then I can connect you to that resource. And I'm certainly happy to do that. Like you said, I am approachable. Being a law professor, I'm big on education and making sure that people know what's going on. We have to make sure that we're raising up the next generation
Because
to
they're
be
going to
able to
take care
take
of
over.
us.
That's right. That's right. And so we
Okay.
have to train the children in
In
the
the way
direction
they
that they
should
would go.
go.
We have to do that.
Okay.
And the best way of doing that is to help them, educate them, and then demonstrate.
And inspire.
That's right.
You know?
Inspiration is extremely
And
important.
motivate and inspire. Then
That's
get on
right.
them if they don't do that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Grab a stick or something. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. What's something that people think you are, but you are totally opposite?
Approachable. Some people do not think that I am approachable, but I am. It's just, I
Wow.
may be, thinking about, okay, I've got to get here. I've got
You
to
have
get
the
there. I've
resting
got to
bee
go
face.
that. I try my best not to have that, but I may be in deep thought. And
Yeah,
it could appear that way.
yes. I mean, let me make it.
Yes, but by all means, I'm a people's person. I love people. I love talking to people, just getting to know people, because you never know what type of skill or information people have that may
Yeah.
be helpful to me. And that's how we thrive and move forward. We've got to be able to help each other. We've got to connect. We've got to network. And if there's something that you know that I do not know, and I do not claim to know everything, because I do not, but I'm always willing to learn. And that's why we call it the practice of law.
Hey.
Being able to go out and study and learn, study to show yourself approved. That's biblical. We have to do what we are required to do as public servants. That's what I do. Another thing that's important is making sure that when we're doing the job, we're not doing it just because we want the vote. We're doing it because it's authentic.
I
And
want
that's
to
who
actually
we are.
carry this out. I
That's
want to
it.
do this.
That's it.
Yeah. So if there is places, and like I want to know, like, what can we do? What can we do when it's not election time? When everything's settled and great,
question.
what can we do?
Stay focused. Pay attention to what's going on. Who's still out there?
Mhm.
Because there are times when, I've heard people say, oh, they only come out when they want to vote.
Yeah.
They only want to,
Yeah.
help or donate or contribute when they need a vote. Pay attention to who's still out and about, and who's still doing the work. That's important.
What's the difference between Democrat and Republican and independent to you?
Oh, absolutely. So that it depends on what your values are, what your views are when it comes to the Democratic Party. You're looking at people who show themselves to be more progressive and believing in certain values, versus Republicans who values are far more conservative. And it's of course, is your own desire and opportunity to be in either party. But of course, you need to know what those values are for those particular parties.
So, an example of Democrat values and an example of Republican values, that conservative way. Can you give us an example?
Absolutely. So, for one, you look at the Democratic value as far as abortions are concerned.
The top one.
Right, that's one. And they have different views between the parties. Well, the independents, they can go either way or make a decision about, I'm not set with these particular views and I'm not set with those particular views.
But this is why I prefer.
Right. And then they can, they may have some views that are Democratic. There may be some views that are Republican views. That's how the independents see it.
And the conservative way would be, no, you cannot have an abortion. Right. And the democratic way is your body.
Right. But what it really boils down to is making sure that whoever sits in that seat, and again, I'm asking for your vote for the opportunity to sit in that seat, because at the end of the day, the judge who sits in that seat has to represent everyone.
Non-biased.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally nonpartisan. It does not mean that because I sit on that seat, I'm only going to
see it that way.
Exactly. I have to apply the law. That's it. Whatever the law says, and then I look at the facts. I look at the evidence that's presented.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the statutory factors and interpret what the law says and apply it correctly. That's what a judge is required to do. It's not about being soft on crime. It's not about being hard on crime. It's about being fair and making sure that if there's someone who's there who needs a second chance and they're not a threat to the public, then make sure that we give them that opportunity. People should not be thrown away or treated like a number. People should be able to rehabilitate and be
Mm-hmm.
able to do that in a way where they're not judged, in a way where it's like, oh, well, this person did that, and they're tagged with it for the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
We all have been somewhere, we've all been through something, and someone has always been there to help us. There
Yes.
is no way that we can move forward in life without the help of others. So we have to be sure that we're doing that and doing it well. And people need to know that if they come to a court where I am sitting, they know that yes, if you got into some trouble, now we've got to deal with it. But that doesn't mean it's
a death sentence. Yeah,
doomsday for you. Now it will be a firm court, but it will be fair.
But I will take into consideration that we're human beings and
That's
yada
right.
yada yada.
That's right.
Why? I'm gonna ask you a deep question.
Oh yes.
Out of everything in the world, why law?
Oh wow, that's a great question. I'm so glad you asked that question. This goes back to when I was 7th grade.
What?
Yes,
How old
it
you was in the
goes
7th
way
grade,
back.
girl?
Oh,
Hold
wow,
on.
because I was 13.
You had a predestinate. You were
12, 13,
predestined.
something
Okay.
like that. Yeah. So, born and raised in Mississippi, and I've been here in Texas. Oh wow, I think 30 years at this point.
Mhm.
And so
I've been here 20 something, girl.
Okay, all right. Fellow
I'm a
Texan.
transplant.
Me too. So here's the situation. Our refrigerator broke down, and my parents took it to the local repairman to fix it. My parents didn't have a truck, so they borrowed the neighbor's truck next door to pick it up when the repairman said it was ready and had been fixed. My parents waited until the neighbor got off work to borrow his truck to go pick the refrigerator up. The repairman said, "Hey, I'll be closed, but I'll leave it outside so you can pick it up." Well, when we got there, no refrigerator. And so we're wondering, oh my goodness, somebody must have stolen it. My parents got in touch with the repairman and he said, "Oh, I left it outside." Well, later on, we found out he sold it.
He sold y'all refrigerator.
He sold our refrigerator. Now we had our little food on ice, just
everything,
waiting.
just trying to get y'all life back together.
Just trying to wait and get our refrigerator back. So my parents only had a certain amount of money.
Of course.
And so they had planned to use that money to pay the repairman, but ultimately they ended up having to use that money to buy another refrigerator. I said, "Well, no, we're gonna sue them. We taking him to
You
court."
knew about all that, girl, already?
Yeah, well, I was watching Perry Mason.
Okay, do not tell my business, girl. You was watching. They made us watch it. Channel 4 for us, and WWL.
What it was, but it was some channel back home, and of course, I watched shows like Price is Right, Jeopardy
every day.
What was this other one?
We had to watch the Wheel of Fortune every day.
Anything.
It made me intelligent.
Exactly, where you had to figure things out.
Yeah.
And so I've always been inquisitive, wanting to figure things out. I'm a member of the State Bar College, which means that I have to have 30 hours per year. And
community service.
Well, it's community. It's called continuing legal education.
Ooh.
So as a licensed attorney, you have to continue to learn the law because the law is ever changing.
So how do you do that?
Well, they have different classes, different
like recertifications, like kind of sort of, but I know that's not your terms.
Kind of sort of. So we call it CLEs. It's a continuing legal education course, and so they have them throughout the year. It may be a lunch, it may be a couple of days, it may be over a weekend, it could be a cruise. Where they're teaching.
I like the way y'all continue y'all education.
But, you have the time where you're learning because, like I said, the law is ever changing, and we're only required to have 15 hours, including 3 of ethics, meaning making sure that we're not taking money for anyone, we're returning phone calls, and doing all the things that we're required to do as lawyers because people are trusting us to take over the situations that are consuming their lives. So the thing about that is it's 15 hours as a licensed attorney, but 30 hours for a state bar member of the State Bar College. And so that means that I am going above and beyond to take on more hours so that I can learn more. Again, I am inquisitive. I want to know what's going on naturally, and making sure that I learn something new every day. every day, because that's how we keep the brain going. That's how we continue to learn, move forward, and do things better.
Are you reading and writing every day?
I am reading and writing every day. Now, I
Every
tell you
day.
what's been a true blessing is the
What?
audiobooks. That has been
So you listen every day. It's still the
yeah.
same.
Well, I
Still the
do some
same.
reading as well,
Hmm.
but mostly it's audio.
What you on right now?
Right now, I am, of course, I'm going through the Bible in a year. I have, yeah, so that has
Yay!
been
I want a
amazing.
apocrypha. I've been wanting to get
Yes,
out because there's more.
there is so much more, and I'm just learning. There's nothing new under the sun. And when you're seeing and listening, and I've also been watching this series on YouTube. It's called, I think it's the AI Bible, where they are actually enacting the biblical stories, so you can actually see it and play versus your
Because
own
there be some drama in
imagination.
there. I love the Bible because it got a lot.
Yes,
I'm a
it's a
drama
lot of good
person
information.
and I go get the blessings and all that, but I also relate to people by listening and really paying attention to
Right,
the story.
right.
I went to having well, bachelor's in biblical studies.
Oh
So I wanted
wow.
to go see who I serve,
Right.
come to find out them people is just people. They people too.
Exactly. And that's the beauty in it.
Yeah.
God can use
Anybody for
anybody for
anything.
anything. You just have to have a pure heart. And another
Poor
thing that
Judas.
yeah,
Look, poor Judas. He was overcome. They say he was overcome by a spirit. People don't even know that.
right, that's true.
They just
That's
automatically
true.
he was used by
That's true.
God.
But it all worked out in the plan, because all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord.
Amen.
So when we know that, and we're trying, right now, my son and I are working on reading a proverb one a day, because that's the wisdom, right? Where it helps you to know about different things that you may encounter,
Sort
and how
things
to
out.
handle those
Yeah, it gives
things.
you a tool.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I've been doing that for
What y'all read today?
years. What is this? Today's the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So Proverbs 28. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, we're going all the way through, because there are 31
Give me what you
books in the
remember
Bible.
from 28 today. Just a
Oh
snippet.
wow.
Whatever
Let's
comes to
see.
mind. Even if it's a
It's most
sentence.
Proverbs is mostly about wisdom.
Okay.
But because I went through that, and then because I've been reading in the book of Isaiah,
It's all over.
it all comes together.
So what was your
But
message of the day?
my message of the day was making sure that whatever I do, I'm doing it right,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm making sure that I put God first.
Amen. No matter
Yes,
what it is.
no matter
Because
what
he
it
can use
is,
anybody.
anybody at
And
any time.
I seen
Even
him use a
there are
demon in there.
times, even though there are times where we feel like, okay, well, why me, or why are you sending me to do this, and pick someone else. But when you have the confidence and knowing that God has set you in a particular situation, and that He has called you to do something, then you have to move forward with it. And I'm the
That's
type
the
of
Jonah
person.
spirit.
Yeah,
That's what that is. When
right,
they why
exactly,
me and I ain't going, I got this to do.
exactly,
I'm doing right in my life.
exactly.
Jonah spirit. Yeah.
It is. And the important thing is, for me, every morning I have to be able to look myself in the mirror to say I'm glad at what I see, and knowing that there's nothing in the back of my mind wondering, oh, I wish I had not, or I wish I had, or I should
No
have.
regrets.
No regrets. And then at night I have to be able to lay my head down on my pillow without any noise, wondering, oh man, what did I do, or should I have done that? That's the thing that really works for me. If I can help someone, if I can do something to make this world better, then that's what I intend to do. Otherwise, what's the point? We're not living. If there isn't some type of concern about doing something, or wondering, okay, well, should I do this or should I do that? You're not living. You're
Yeah.
not living. You have to move forward, because if you're just sitting in the same space every day, year after year after year,
Stagnant.
exactly, where's the growth?
There's none.
We are called to do what
Comfortable.
we are required to do, and it's
Uncomfortable.
going to be uncomfortable. I mean, you think about a
Trying.
tree.
Make me want to
Exactly.
scream. I be wanting to fight
Right.
sometime. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I just want to talk to you.
Exactly. But you think about a tree in the wind. My grandmother used to always say,
Ooh.
it's a poor wind, a poor tree that won't bend. A poor tree that won't bend. When you got the wind coming through, I'm talking like hurricane winds.
Yeah.
If you don't bend, then you pop. You snap.
You're
So
gonna have
you
to
have to
bend.
be able to bend, and
Ooh, girl.
just stay focused on what the goal is, because ultimately you will reach that goal. You
Another
just got to keep
question.
going.
10 years ago compared to now. You.
Wow, 10 years ago. That was
Ooh.
2016.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 2016.
What you was doing? Working.
Yeah,
Pressing.
working, always working, moving forward.
How do you do that? And tell them about the mental side of ups and downs 10 years ago now, the way you were thinking to now and your
Right,
progress.
right. So 10 years ago, it was about not really stepping into with confidence what I knew I was called to do.
Ooh wee.
But now it's it's pretty much a no worry. It's a worry free zone.
Better with time?
Yeah, better with time. And
Mm.
when you see that you have been you've overcome so many different things and so many different obstacles, and when you look back and you're like, okay, well, God brought me through that, and this is
If he
nothing.
did it before,
He do it again.
he'll do it
That's
again.
right.
Same
So
God right now.
that's right. Same God back then.
Come on.
That's it.
I love that for you. And you took an oath.
Oh yes.
What's the favorite part about that oath?
Making sure that I protect the Constitution, making sure that I protect the laws of this state. That is important, and being, honest with the court, because there are so many situations that we find ourselves in, and it's about doing the right thing.
It's
So
hard sometimes.
well,
Not
sometimes,
hard, but it's you're faced with difficult.
yeah, you're faced with very difficult situations. I mean, I recall one particular situation where the judge just outright asked me, well, isn't it true that your client in fact did this or did that? And I was like, well, judge,
Excuse me.
hold on,
So
judge.
that wasn't a proper question from the judge.
Well, it depends on the type of case it is. So
Mhm.
this was a civil case, and there were really no repercussions as far as any time or anything like that.
So it wasn't proper.
But at the same time, it was like, oh my gosh, Judge, I know you're trying to get to the bottom of this or the situation
Nervous.
at hand.
He was trying to give a
but
speedy trial.
let the other side put
Present.
their case right.
He says, "Hey, you got a right to a speedy trial. Did you do it or not?
Exactly.
Okay, so we can go home. I'm ready to eat. Is it lunchtime? It's 8 o'clock, sir.
Let's just get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it's like, oh well, what about the law? The law says this, and that's a fair question. And of course, you will find some law that supports your client. Sometimes you'll find law that's against your client.
What do you do?
You have what we call the majority view, and then you've got the minority view.
Okay.
Now, there are certain situations where, there are times where you can say, okay, well, maybe we should look in this direction, or there may not be any kind of uniform law in a particular situation. And so the judge can look at what we call persuasive law, where law comes from a different jurisdiction or a different circuit or a different state. And taking a look at those types of things. But for the most part, there are guidelines, and there are three different branches of government.
Mhm.
So the first branch, of course, we know is the legislative branch,
Mhm.
and that's the one who makes the law.
Yeah.
And then you've got the executive branch. That's the branch who carries out the law.
And
then you look at the judicial branch,
Yeah.
and that's the
Judicial at the top.
well, it's kind of like a check and balancing system. So first you need the law in order to know what it is that needs to be interpreted.
Okay.
So I put it in that order to say, okay, we get the law from the legislative branch
Mhm.
who creates it, and then the executive branch enforces it.
Okay.
The police officer,
Okay.
the president of the United States. And then you have the judicial branch who interprets the law.
Okay.
Because typically the way the process works is you've got a law, and then someone is alleged to have, maybe broken that law somehow, and then there could potentially be an arrest.
Yeah.
And then you move on to going to the judicial branch, where the law is interpreted to make a
Mhm.
determination after
Mhm.
evidence is provided.
So it's process
after it's a
necessary.
process. So my role would be in interpreting the law and making sure that it's correctly applied after listening to the evidence, and taking everything into account, including public safety and due process and the rights of the party. So that's the important part, in making sure that we understand those checks and balancing type of systems and the different branches of government, how we function in this governmental system.
I'm enjoying myself. This is good, y'all. Listen, I love a good informational, conversation, because
yes.
I don't know these things. There would be no reason besides me just being inquisitive, and watching those shows that you watch. We watch the same TV, girl. Look, we was what. And you can't tell me I ain't the best detective in the world,
Just figuring things out. That's been so important to me. A quick little story about my oldest. So I had some chocolate, and I had planned on eating this chocolate candy bar.
They always touching our stuff.
I was gonna eat this little candy bar, and somebody ate it, but my kids stuck together. Okay, nobody told on anybody.
You told them to
It's
stick
like-
together
and they
now,
did.
not against me, but I told
But they
y'all to
did.
stand up for each other.
They stuck together, and so I was like, you know what? So who was it? And they just quiet. Nobody said anything. I said, you know what? Everybody open your mouth. And sure enough, it was my oldest with chocolate on the back of her teeth. So I said, you know what?
Investigator, you know what I'm saying, by law.
Just get to the bottom of it.
It's always been a passion. You're gonna show me. Come here.
Yeah, I need the evidence.
Wow, I need proof. Don't come here telling me no anything.
That's right.
I need a paper trail or something.
Didn't say anything.
Wow, girl.
You know what? I commend y'all for sticking together,
but not against me. Listen, I raised my children. Don't let nobody mess with you. I was not talking about me.
Right.
And then they got the teenagers, and I'm getting on one. They like, she ain't even do nothing. I'm like, I don't know who to call.
I know.
Jesus.
I know. That's right.
Spiritual side. I'm from Louisiana. You're from Mississippi.
Oh, your neighbors.
There's a certain set of spiritual rules that go on there that is, they shun and say we do all kind of stuff, but I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about the real. I seen it. I dreamed it. I felt it. Come on, don't play with me.
You are onto something. That is so true. So true.
It's a lot of things that's going to come natural.
Right.
For us type of people. I don't know if it's the land. I don't know if it's the lay. I don't know if the spirituality. I don't know if it's the idea of being the true indigenous people. But I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I find it to be a combination of things. You know, growing up in the church in Mississippi,
Southern Baptist
Church
on the flow.
Definitely. And my mother had me at every service you can imagine.
Funerals, wakes,
annual choir day, annual usher
traveling
day,
on the buses,
Red Circle, YWA, junior choir. I mean, I can go on and on. Morning service, evening service, Sunday school, everything. And I was like, Mom, do you have a key to the church? I mean, you are. And
don't talk about you're hungry. Oh, don't worry about it. We're going to eat in the back in a minute.
But, you know, I appreciate that because
it was the best thing.
It really was. You know, I remember Mother Cooley who told me, you know, I come from college and came back home and had on a little short dress without a slip and no stockings.
I know you did not.
Oh, yes, I did.
In front of them older people,
and
they don't
Mother
play
Cooley
that.
Pulled me aside and said, "Baby,
not baby.
Wear your slip and your stockings, baby,
and wear your girdle because at a certain age you got to tighten up."
That's
them
right.
Women was fine because they wore girdles their whole life.
They sure did. But you know, it was that the village, you know,
that
really raised me, and I appreciate that. You know, my parents come from huge families. My dad has there was 14 of them, and then on my mother's side there were 10 of them, and then they got together and just had me. So I am an only child.
Wait a minute, let me turn the camera now, Mama and Daddy. Where I'm from, that would have been called selfish because you wasn't fruitful and multiplying. I love y'all, but y'all wrong for that. How many you got?
But I have 3. I went.
And you still selfish too. You all y'all. I got 7.
Oh wow.
And 9 with my husband. So yeah, we almost there now. We, you know what I'm saying? We did our thing, but yes.
But, you know, I wanted 6 children because, you know, growing up as an only child, I have lots of cousins now. You know, we're
like siblings.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But I was, you know what? I'm gonna have 6 children, and my husband, well, now ex-husband, but we were down to have 6. And after the second one, I said, "Okay, I think I'm done." But then my son said, "Hold on, I got
something for you.
Hold on,
a cuckoo. You ain't playing him.
Exactly.
He was a baby. He was a Jesus baby. He was a surprise, immaculate. Because I don't even know how I got pregnant.
His name is a gift of God. That's what his name.
What's his name?
Matthew. Gift of God.
Because you know, you know, if it had to be God,
it was God.
It was Jesus. Oh, really so let's. That is awesome, and I'm very shocked that you got like 2 more in you. But I was just saying, hey. If it work, use it. The Lord said,
"You want me to really go for it to multiply?"
Hey, it's there because people think being fruitful and multiply means having money and riches. No, it's not having somebody to carry your name when you're gone. Right. You know, that's the real fruit of it is I have eternal. Is it eternal life as well as what do you call it when you live forever?
Oh wow,
immortal.
That's what it means. Immortal.
But not in the sense that humans try to make it,
right?
Having a longevity of life through
it's to carry on, like you said, the legacy, and you know, and I always
the DNA.
Exactly. And I always tell my children, I want you all to do better and be better than our generation. Just keep it going, and that's why we have to impart that knowledge and wisdom and the demonstration of, you know, being able to go for whatever your dreams are. Go for it.
Brenda, they say our churn soft.
You know what?
I'm gonna just look at the kid. Our children soft. They ain't been through nothing. Everything's been handed to them. Everything that we didn't have, we've given it to them, and now they
That's
expect it.
true.
Our children, hey, I
That's
love
true.
them. They cute.
That's true to a certain extent, but I still believe in that firm love.
You
Now,
work. They work for what they want.
they have to.
But
They
you're a
have
good
to.
mama though. You really be on them, and you cook for them too.
I do.
You
I
because
do.
Pisces are great. They great
You know
cooks.
what? So before the freeze came in, I ordered my food and everything, got my food delivered, but I had a taste for some steak with gravy, some rice and broccoli.
Back home,
And exactly one of my good old
down the
mama cooked
bayou. Come
meals with
on,
my
girl. You know
aunties.
we ain't supposed to eat that no more.
Yes. Well, that's the point. And some good old beef neck bones. I want it
Oh,
all.
I want that in my
Yes.
soup. I want a big soup.
Yes. So I put my crock pot to use. I
I
put some
love my crock.
potatoes and
Come on,
yes, and the
you
little
acting
carrots,
up.
the little baby carrots and onion, bell pepper. Put all that in there with some neck bones, and it was amazing.
They ate it.
My son said, "Wait a minute, mom,
My
you
children don't
got
eat
did
that.
you get all this out?" And I said, "Well,
Yes.
you know, hey, first come, first serve, right?"
Hey,
But
hey.
yeah, I ended up making some steak with gravy and some brown rice, and oh
Girl,
yeah,
that
oh
sounds
yeah,
good right now. But listen, I don't eat meat. I stopped
okay,
eating meat 4 years ago. I eat everything else, and I eat
good,
fish and I eat shrimp for my
right,
protein. But I don't eat meat because it was causing issues with my gut. I was
right,
eating too
right.
much, not properly digesting. So I was like, look, let me. I went on a fast
Yes.
in 2021, I think, or something. It might be longer or shorter. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And I never ate meat again. I came back from my fast, and the things that God revealed to me,
Mhm.
mucus, pus, different
Right,
things
right.
that was causing inflammation in my body. I wasn't sick, but I wasn't well.
You know, you are speaking to my soul right now. I went. Have you heard of Dr. Sabi?
Yeah,
I went to Usha Village.
you went.
I went
Girl, the girl that went
last.
over there to them people. The girl that
I
went
did.
traveling.
I did. And
How
for a
long did it
while,
take you to get there?
the flight to Roatan, Honduras was about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And then I took a ferry, which was a ferry ride was about an hour and a half or so to get to La Ceiba. I think that's the name of the town. And then I had a driver to take me to Usha Village, which was about another hour drive. But when I came back, I didn't know there was you could take a private plane, which was about 10, 15 minutes instead of the ferry.
Mm-hmm.
But I stayed there a week, and for the longest time, I was not eating meat, and I definitely am going to get back to that
I was
because
just
it
about to
makes a
say it was
difference.
brought up for a
Hey,
purpose.
that's why I said you are speaking to my
How long did
soul
you
right
not
now.
eat it, and how long did you go back?
Oh wow, I have been out for probably about a year, and then I always wanted to go to Dr. Sebi for a number of years. I
You
just
met him.
no,
He was gone.
he died. Oh man, it was maybe about 10 maybe about 10 years ago, but his wife and
His
his
daughter.
daughter and his
Mm-hmm.
son are
Yeah, they
now
still carry
they're still
on.
carrying it on.
Yeah.
So I was there a week, and they prepare your food. So of course you send them your medical records, you let them know when you can come,
Ooh.
and when they let you know which date, because you give them 3 different days that you can come for that
So
week.
which one works for them?
Exactly. And so I went, it was the end of June through the beginning of July of last year.
Ooh.
And when I got there, of course, like I said, they had someone to pick you up and get you to the village. So when I got there, it was just about dark. They give us a curfew. They want us to be back on the property by 6. And so when I got there, and of course the sun comes up like 5 in the morning, and it's pitch black around 6:30 or so in the
Ain't no
evening.
reason to be out there.
Exactly. And you're out in, I mean, you pretty much are out in the jungle, but I mean, it's such a beautiful place. They
It's
have the
worth it.
water. It is so worth it. You know, they met with me, went through my medicals, and they came up with a plan for my food, a diet plan. And so, of course, no meat. So I was served things like fruit, vegetables, different teas, bitters, which were just
Horrible.
the bitters were tough. And then they had a nurse on call. They come in every morning, check your blood pressure, making sure that you're doing good. And then let's see, they want you to go to the sauna 2 to 3 times a
To
day
sweat all that stuff
to
out.
sweat all the different impurities out. And then they use eucalyptus and lemongrass. So it's all natural. And they have the water that has been funneled in through the village that
From the
comes from the
mountains.
mountains. And
Yes.
it's the what they call it, the this thermal that they put the water in, and they want you to drink it throughout the day. And then they have a thermal pool. So sometimes it may be too hot, so they let you know it's too hot to get in, but it's always really warm. So
Mm-hmm.
after you have sat in the sauna for about 10,
About to
15 minutes.
die.
I have videos of it. I'll post them. I'm gonna post some of them. And then you rinse off with the water. And now here's the thing: you only get cold showers. There's no warm water for you to take a shower.
Ever.
But cold showers are good for you.
Yeah.
And so then I went on over from the sauna, took the cold shower, and then you go to the thermal pool where you sweated out the impurities from being in the sauna, and then you go over and you rinse it off with the cold water, and then you go sit in the thermal water and you're soaking in this mineral
Taking
water.
it in and
Exactly.
refilling, replenishing.
Exactly.
Oh
and when
my
I tell you, it
God.
was amazing. I had a great
You'll
time.
go back?
Oh, definitely.
And you're gonna stop eating meat?
Yes, ma'am.
So 21 days forms a habit. I did the
It
21
does.
day Daniel fast, and when I came out, I have not stopped fasting yet. I'm still on that fast
good.
all these times
That's a
because that's the only
lifestyle for
thing.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the only. No, I have to tell myself I'm still on that fast because God hasn't released me yet.
Good.
It's been years, but it was the best thing that ever happened. I got sick though, and I had to have some kind of protein, so I started eating fish and shrimp. The other day, I had the Holy Spirit tell me, "All right, now."
Right. Oh,
You
yeah,
hear what
that
I said?
conviction is real.
Ooh, and I was like, that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back. It'll be soon. I'll be doing that 21 day fast again. Maybe around Lent,
Okay, and I did it last year with my church, and it was amazing. So I definitely need to get back on because there are so many things that are revealed to you and the clarity, and you can see it in your skin. And I do have a trainer. I've got to get back with my personal trainer.
Your line work out in years.
Yeah, but when you eat right, that's most of it.
Yeah.
That's really most of it.
And working out for me is getting up, making sure I'm active.
Right.
Not so say picking up because I wouldn't naturally. I'm not a person that's going. That is not even natural for us to work out. Think about it. I know Moses and them wasn't in no damn gym. I'm just saying. I mean, they were working and stuff, and it came natural.
Right.
But us,
and a lot of walking, of course. But now,
we have convenience.
We have so much convenience.
Oh yes,
We have
y'all.
so
I don't
much
know what I
convenience.
wouldn't do without that AC and that heat at the
Ooh,
same
tell
time.
me
Oh, don't
about
talk
it.
about it. Don't talk about it. But
Yes.
yeah, and I'm just letting you know it's probably time for us to start fasting again.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Spiritually.
I agree with you.
So I hate to be that person that activates, but God use who He want to use. You can't get
Right.
mad at me for delivering the
No, I
message.
appreciate
Yes,
that. I
because
appreciate that.
and I don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking to you, and you like, yeah, you talking to me.
That's why I said it. I said it. You are definitely talking to me.
But
Yes.
it has maintained my midsection and all the things like
All
not
that
saying
bloating and everything that comes from it. Yes.
and being that I had a whole bunch of children, I needed some help, so I ended up getting lipo, right?
Well, you look great.
Yeah, that was just recently, but I stopped eating meat so long ago, and I had to be, them people wanted me to lose more weight. Like I am 5'10", 5'9" and a couple quarters. I'm already looking like I'm on something, like really. And they wanted you to get to your BMI, but I don't think that's our BMI. I think that's based on.
We like to have a little meat on our bones.
I mean, we thick, child. We look thick. You don't look right. Something wrong. What's wrong with you, baby? You all right?
Right.
You're hungry?
That's
Did you
right.
eat? Yes. Come on. I love the company. You answer so many questions. I keep you here all day. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been supposed to be here for what, about 45 minutes?
Right.
It ain't no problem for me. Next time we can go in the back room. I want to make sure that I invite you here again before the election, the pre.
Sure.
So that you can remind them, hey.
I'll definitely do it. Come back and let them know, okay, here we are. Here's where you can go, and let's get it done.
I want to go to that school too. I want us to go because that's important. Like it got so many 18-year-olds there,
right?
And they're they get their social studies and what class they teach that in?
Let's see. That is that history?
History.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they get that, but we need to get with the history teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
maybe government. It's probably government.
Whoever it is up there, Marsha, y'all hear me talking to y'all because y'all know y'all hear me talking to y'all. We need to get together because I want to educate them. I want to make sure they have the proper education coming from someone who loves them, and I know you do. And you ain't even met them yet. I know you do. So I want them to get the gentle, comfortable one, so they won't have to go in front of you in the future.
Right. If we can just, take what we call these preventive measures and, the village raising the child, then we'll be fine.
I don't know about I don't like everybody cheering though.
Well, everybody needs some help.
Yeah, you deal with the other ones. I send them to your loving, kind, gentle tail because I be gangster with mine. I be like, sit your tail down and understand what I'm saying. And I do it.
Sometimes
I'm a
you know,
producer of people. I
but
love
you have to
people.
reach people where they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I have 3 children and they're all different. Same parents, same
Ooh, ain't
household,
that
same
something,
rules,
girl?
but they're totally different.
Who is the?
And
I don't want to call them out. I know mine. You know yours.
right, I know mine.
We know who
Yes,
you are.
exactly. So one of them I can just, well, don't do
Gently.
that. Yeah, gently. But then the one that I won't mention, and she
Yeah,
knows who she
she
is.
who is not named. It ain't but two of y'all and the boy.
Exactly.
You know.
She's the one where I'm just like, okay, now,
When her birthday?
May 17th.
So she's a Taurus. Well, I mean,
Oh,
what did you
yes.
expect? I mean, you were playing with fire.
Exactly. She's the one that's
She
like,
gonna.
oh, don't touch that. Okay,
All
let me see.
right, let me check it out
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
I just touched it. You
Yeah,
know, it's no
that's
big
it.
deal. But I told you not to touch it.
We're
You know.
just checking. But my dad always said that about me. He said, you're the person that, you got to buy the lesson instead of being taught the lesson. He said, now
Oh,
that's
you're
good and
preventive
bad.
measures.
Well, that's
Because
what
you don't go through nothing because you do the preventative measure. It's like
Right.
I heard something.
But let me see. That's me. And that's good and bad to a certain extent. There's a situation where I was told, oh, you can't go to law school. You won't pay it.
You
You
got
won't
me
pass.
messed
You
up.
won't make it. You can't do
That's
this.
that determination I told you about.
Exactly.
You're not gonna tell me.
No, well, let me just go see for myself.
And you did it.
Yes.
And now they gotta hush their mouth and sit down and watch you. Okay, I ain't gonna be messy. It's a beautiful morning here at the Fire Morning Show. I am Allie Fiya, and I am here with Brendetta, Brendetta.
Yes.
Scott, candidate for judge in District
268.
268. Y'all better make sure y'all turn up.
Yeah, it's the entire county. Anyone in Fort Bend County, people who live in Houston, that's in Fort Bend County, people who live in Katy and Fort Bend County, all of Fort Bend County can vote for me in this race.
So that would be Houston, Katy, Richmond,
right,
Rosenberg,
Missouri City, Stafford, Sugar Land, Needville, all these different cities in Fort Bend County.
Fort Bend that big?
Oh, yes.
How many people?
Oh, we're close to 1 million. Not there.
Girl, stop it. Not looking like the ruralest place in the world. Get it. Go Mo City and Fort Bend. I see 2234 is coming up. Y'all make sure that y'all pay attention to what we got going on. We need a steakhouse or something soon, but I don't know. That's going to be too much. It's going to throw off the balance of the community, I think, if we could just leave it on the outskirts close by.
Great.
Stafford. Man, there's so much in Stafford available. And it's not being utilized, and I don't understand that. Like when I drive down 90, coming from 59 to 2234, there's businesses open, but there's more empty, abandoned buildings and things like that. And I don't understand why. And I know the pandemic happened and all that, but I don't know if it was like that before.
Well, I mean, these are, of course, this kind of is getting into policy. But again, that's why we need to be educated as voters so that we'll know what we need to do
vote on and what
situations and who we want in leadership. And then, of course, talking to the people in leadership, making.
I love y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all, they don't bite, y'all.
Yeah, right.
They don't bite.
If there's something that you have issues with, and if we do not know, we can get the answers. We can direct you in the right, down the right path, or be able to help and be supportive in getting certain things done.
I just want y'all to know, y'all, the people that are elected by you, and they're put in office by you, and they are for you. And you can talk to them. They are human beings. Like they are really awesome Americans.
That's right.
And I think that, they're not mean. They're not evil. They're not against you. Check them out.
Right.
Give them a chance. Right.
That's right. Now, you got different people. Everybody's different.
Hey, I'm talking about the people I'm talking about. They know who I'm talking about. If you see me with them, they cool.
Right, there we go. Because she's already done her bit.
Hey, I'm ready. I am so ready for it. I was there for last election, and I showed up and I went to the polls. I documented it, and I'm going to do it again. I'm a person that didn't take it serious. I didn't take it serious. I observed the law. I am not under the law. I'm to respect the law. I'm biblical. They ain't got nothing to do with us. As long as I do what God say, that don't affect us, but it does in a way.
In certain
But not really,
situations,
because I feel like I'm untouchable because my God is awesome.
right. Well, that means that you know what to do and you will be fine.
Hey, El Shaddai, Elohim, I call him right
There
now,
we go.
even when I'm in trouble. I done it. I could be the culprit sometime.
Well, I had to lay hands on my washer last night.
Oh, Jesus, hallelujah.
And it worked.
It worked.
And it worked. My
It worked.
son had put about 3 loads in the washer and
Yeah.
was wondering why it
Can
wasn't
you
working. I
please
said,
help
"Oh,
me with that? Come
It's okay, but we figured it out. And it's
blankets.
working now. We're
This boy
good.
put a whole comforter, the sheets, the pillowcases in one pillow. And because they don't have an agitator, they feel like, because you remember
Let's just get all this done.
yeah, because they don't have that middle part thing and the
Right.
agitator thing. So he just, and I'm like, the boom. I'm like, what? I done bought you don't understand how many washers.
You gotta love them though.
I do.
Gotta
Get a warranty for your children. It'll make your life easier.
right.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here. It's that Fire Morning Show. I done said that about 13 times.
It is fire.
Can you tell them your final delivery? Give them your final delivery message to the people. Look at the cameras, ma'am.
At the camera. I need your support. I need your vote. I am Brendetta Scott, running for judge of your 268 Judicial District Court. It's a court that works for you. You need someone to sit in that seat who's going to individualize each and every case, making sure that your rights are protected and making sure you get speedy, efficient, and fair justice. So remember, justice is better with Brendetta.
Yay! I love that, girl. We're going to have to do something with that. I might throw a track on out there.
There we go.
We artists in here.
That's right.
Listen, I am so grateful to be here. Whenever you have anything going on, make sure that you contact Mo City Radio. Allie Fiya will definitely show up and show out for you. You are awesome. I love the people I come into contact with. And every time I saw you, it was all love. And she's approachable. She's loving, she's caring, but she will go there. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget who she is. I'm just saying, it's that Fire Morning Show. It's Allie Fiya, and we're out. See you next time.
See you.
Yay.